What a match at the Allianz Arena. Villarreal and Bayern Munich playing to a 1-1 draw. Lewandowski with a goal in the 52nd minute. That pulled things level on aggregate. But Samu Chukwueze in the 88th minute with a goal that puts Villarreal into the last four of the Champions League. Joining us now from Munich with more is Mark Ogden. Mark, what happened to Bayern in this match?
I said, well, it was so predictable from the off. I think, give credit to Villarreal and Unai Emery. He brought a fantastic game plan. It was deep defence, banks of 9 and 10 players. At one point, they had 11 players behind the 18-yard line. They were setting to defend. But Bayern just couldn't do anything about it. Bayern haven't really got any flair, any creativity, any guile. I was watching this tonight thinking the one player they could have done with tonight is Thiago Alcantara, who they let go, 2 years ago to Liverpool. They just lack that cutting edge in the midfield. So they're not great to watch, Villarreal, by any means, but they've done a job and they're in the semi-finals.
Yeah, Ale, this wasn't a fluke, was it?
No, it wasn't. Given what we have seen from Bayern Munich, and not necessarily just over the two games against Villarreal, but also their performances in Bundesliga. They barely got past Oxford last weekend, and it was all difficult. Everything just seems to be predictable and slow for Bayern Munich, and we keep saying they're going to get it right because of the pedigree, because of the history, because it is Bayern Munich. They're going to be fine. And that's probably what they were thinking themselves. But then they run into a team like Villarreal that are very stubborn, defensively well set up, well organized. But when there were opportunities for them to go on the counter, they were willing to then add those numbers in the attack. And they knew those were their chances and their opportunities to then find Danjuma in behind, or to find Chukwueze, or the movement of the ball by Gerard Moreno. And those counterattacks for Villarreal almost looked more dangerous. Even if they didn't have the ball, they look more dangerous than Bayern Munich with all the possession. You almost felt like the counterattacks for Villarreal were more likely to end up in a goal than any of the long periods of possession that Bayern Munich had over the course of not only 90 minutes, but over the course of 180 minutes.
Mark, Lewandowski gets a goal tonight for Bayern, but really Lewandowski, Müller, like all the stars had quiet evenings. What happened?
Yeah, Müller, Lewandowski, Sané, Coman. Like I say, there was just no creativity in the midfield, but because Villarreal defended so deep, it is really hard to play against a team that defends so deep. And I think 24 of Bayern's goals in the Champions League have come from inside the penalty area. Well, Villarreal had 8 or 9 men in the penalty area, so it's so difficult for Bayern to do what they do. But like I say, I think Bayern maybe had a bit of arrogance about this game. They thought they were going to win it quite easily second leg. It just never happened. I just think Villarreal are always underestimated. Juventus did it, Man United did it in the Europa League final last year. Bayern have done it. Now, I expect Liverpool to face Villarreal in the semi-finals. I don't think Liverpool will underestimate them, but they'll still be a tough nut for Liverpool to crack.
Yeah, about the points that Julian Nagelsmann brought up, I think he said, won't happen again, referencing the first leg. Effectively, Mark, promising that his team would deliver. They clearly overlooked Villarreal in that manner, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. But when you're playing against a team that defends so deeply, you have to be able to create and unlock and pick a hole. And they just didn't do that. Bayern were trying to sledgehammer them really with the 5 forwards. It was all so predictable, straight to the middle, no flair, no attempt to kind of draw them out. The tactics are quite naive by Bayern, I thought. And I think Ali's right. I think, Villarreal had the better counter-attack. It's a little more purposeful in the counter-attack, looked sharper. They looked like every time they broke, they could score. I mean, they probably had 3 really good chances, Villarreal. In the first half, Danjuma should have scored as well. So, for me, although they're not very good to watch and they will frustrate people, Villarreal had the perfect game plan and they executed it. And what a way to have a counter-punch. 88th minute goal to kill the game. Fantastic.